Well, first, thank you all for being here. It's a habit, so I'm going to say it anyhow. My name's Javier Becerra, and I was accustomed to say I'm the chairman of the Democratic Caucus in the House of Representatives, but now I will tell you that I'm the fortunate to be the Attorney General for the state of California, the 33rd Attorney General for the state of California. I'm going to read a quote of my first confirmation hearing. I said back on January the 10th, our state has the law, the grit, and the guts to fight for hardworking families. So long as we are abiding by our federal and state constitutions and working together as forward-leaning leaders, the sky's the limit and no wind can knock us down. I said that over 100 days ago, and I firmly believe it today. And in the past 100 days that I have had an opportunity to serve as our great state's 33rd Attorney General, I have had the opportunity to travel throughout it and visit with countless Californians to find out what they're thinking as well. And these first 3 months, I will tell you, have proven to me that California is ready to move forward and that we're not turning back. You don't become the world's 6th largest economy by sitting back. And so in California, we're ready. In fact, we're just beginning. We will continue to protect our state's values at every turn. And I want every Californian to know this. I've got your back. That is my goal as California's Chief Law Enforcement Officer, as California's defender of your rights, and as someone who believes that we must advance the values that have made California such a great place to live. I've got your back. I have had an opportunity to stand up for hardworking families. In these last 100 days, I have focused on protecting the rights of people who live in our great state, who've been unfairly treated, whatever the threat. I've stood up for veterans who've been the victims of so-called charities and not-for-profits that are using the name of veterans to gain for themselves instead of helping our veterans. I have made sure to successfully challenge at every step possible the constitutional overreach from the Trump administration. And my number one priority, as I set out from the very beginning, was to talk to, listen to, and develop a strong working relationship with the men and women of law enforcement throughout the state of California, with the sheriffs, the chiefs of police, the rank-and-file officers who day to day have the responsibility to protect us and our neighborhoods. My first official activity as the Attorney General was to meet with sheriffs and then to go on to meet with our chiefs, rank-and-file law enforcement officers, with the district attorneys. And I have tried to make it clear to them that I will work hard with them, but they should also know I've got their back. To me, health care is a right, and that's one of the reasons why the Department of Justice has made a firm push to make sure that every Californian continues to have access to quality health care. We joined a federal antitrust lawsuit that charges 6 drug companies, generic drug makers, with illegal conspiracy to increase the prices of generic drugs. And of course, I'm defending in court a woman's right to reproductive health. At the same time, California is thriving because our businesses are thriving. They're creating new ways to generate clean energy. They're developing the next generation of energy-efficient products. And they're running companies that are not just profitable, but sustainable. As the Attorney General for this state, I'm ready to fight alongside them to make sure that these innovators know that California will continue to lead the way. It's important as well for me to give everyone a clear message that when it comes to the environment, California is not turning back. I'm protecting the air that our children breathe by challenging the federal rollback of standards that were set beforehand for polluting vehicles that the EPA and the federal administration is now trying to abandon. I will defend the historic Clean Power Plan that once again the EPA and the Trump administration have decided to discard. And so overall, it's been a dynamic 100 days, to say the least. But I believe we've proven here in California that if you hold true to your values, then there's no need to look back. I want all of Californians to know that we should shoot for the sky. And please, I hope they will believe in me and know that I've got their back. It's time for us to continue to lead, because in Washington, D.C., it looks like they're trying to turn back the time and roll back our clock. California won't do that. We're moving forward because we're a forward-leaning state with forward-leaning leaders. And so I'm pleased that my first 100 days have given me a chance to be part of that leadership, and I intend to continue that progress. Thank you all very much. I don't think we'll do this in another 100 days, but we'll stay in touch. Thanks all very much.